Welcome to another Lions basketball all-star interview here. This time I've got Bonfas Loria of West Fargo and took the Packers pretty far this year. And congrats on your all-star selection and thanks for joining me for a few minutes here.
Thank you, Josh.
So take me through kind of how this season went for the West Fargo Packers, the ups, the downs, and just kind of the grind of the season.
I mean, starting off the season, we started pretty good, but then we had injuries and all that. It's kind of brought us down, but we fought through it and then, had a good run last end of the season, which is pretty fun. So, yeah, we dealt a lot, but I'm so proud of this team and how we came through. But yeah,
Yeah, for sure. Who are some of the teammates that you feel like really stepped up this year and helped propel you guys to that state appearance?
I feel like all my teammates contributed a lot. So, but I would say a few guys that were consistent. I would say Beckett and Aiden and all those guys that was just consistent. I know Aiden dealt with a lot of injuries, but he's just a dog. But I'm really proud of all my teammates and I'm thankful for them. So,
Yeah, for sure.
yeah.
And now you've gone through your senior year and you'll be continuing to play basketball come this fall, right?
Yeah, yeah. I'm looking to attend Fort Hays State down in Kansas, and there is a pretty competitive league. I'm just excited to get there and work. That's it. So
For sure. What was the thing that attracted you most to that place?
I would say the competition there, and where it's centered like down in Kansas. That's what because I'm really looking to like play at the highest level I can, and it's just yeah. I just did a lot of research, and they're like it's a pretty competitive place, and that's why I want to be.
Yeah.
I want to I want to challenge myself to where I can. The best I can. So
Yeah, right on. Uh,
yeah.
what was some of your favorite basketball memories as a Packer and just getting to spend that time in West Fargo? So what were some of your favorite memories as a Packer?
I have a couple, but one of my favorites was I would say my freshman year when we made it to state. That was like it was a fun. Cause it was like a because I just really got to high school and we just went to state, so it was just a crazy moment experience. And then I would say our recent run winning EDC and that last week we had like the last 1 week we had together. That was like probably one of my favorite. Because we just pushed through and just believed in each other and just and got after it. So that was like one of my I would never forget that. So yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. And what would be some advice you have for players that are still coming up through the ranks, whether it's at West Fargo or just basketball players in general? Some advice for someone that's been around the sport for a while.
I would say one thing, listen to your coaches because they know what they're doing. And if you listen to them and put in the work and everything would just be easy for you. So I would just say number one, just listen to your coaches and stay out of trouble. That would just get you right for the
Mm.
whole rest of the year. So
Yeah.
yeah.
And what's something basketball the game has taught you over the years, something that you've been able to take away and that you can apply to life?
Well, basketball has taught me like a lot of stuff. But one of the biggest thing that taught me like just being responsible and being at the right place and all that. It taught me a lot. I just can't even describe it, but I would say responsibility and yeah, I would say that one because that one really carried me through my high school career, and I feel like it's so important. So and it
Hmm.
also taught me how to work with other people, like work ethic and all that. So and I feel like that can translate whether it's basketball or work or all that. Just work ethic that would get you really good.
Yeah, well said. Well said. Um,
Yeah.
and take me through. It's pregame. What's the routine for Bonfas Loria pregame? Is it a specific meal you want to have? Is it specific tunes that you got playing? What does Bonfas do pregame?
My pregame it might be kind of weird, but it's pretty simple. So let's say we have a game at 7:30 and I get off school at 3:35. I go get a Subway sandwich, like a half inch, and then sleep for like 20 minutes, take a quick nap 20 minutes, and then get up and stretch, drink water, and then hit the treadmill for 3 minutes, and then just that's it. So it's something basic, but it gets me going all the time. So
There you
yeah,
go.
I would say that.
Subway endorsement right there. Get the
Yeah,
NIL
that's
money from that. Uh,
yeah, hopefully. So
and so what does getting selected to Lions All-Star basketball mean to you? What are you looking forward to most about being around this group of all-stars?
well, it means a lot, because it shows like your work is being recognized, which is feels good. So I'm really grateful for that, and I'm just excited, because I know like they're really good players I picked. So I'm just so excited, get to share the court with all the great players and you hopefully learn from them, because everybody got different stuff they're good at. So I'm just can't wait to get there and just learn from everybody. Just put it in my game. So I'll say that.
Yeah. And having watched plenty of your games at West Fargo, I mean, you're a high flyer, and we've got some more of those coming in from
Yeah,
all over the state. So, are you
yeah,
looking forward to kind of just the Globetrotter high flyer antics that goes on during an all-star event like this?
yeah. That'll be so fun, especially Class B against some pretty athletic guys like Presley Peraza. Like I love that
Oh
kid,
yeah,
but it's gonna be a show, so I'm can't wait for that. So
yeah.
yeah,
I I have a specific call that I remember that I was watching. It was West Fargo versus North this year. I think it was at North, and you you guys were going down offense, and then Sem blocks one off the backboard, but then you got back on defense, and then you
yeah,
pinned the guy coming back on the backboard. Do you have any recollection of that play? Because that one stands out to me a lot.
yeah. Because I remember because I think it was Beckenfowl went for a layup.
Hmm.
So and then Matthew like pinned like that was a great block. I was like, nah, I can't. I gotta have my teammates back. So I just like I need to get another one for my teammates. So that's all I could think of.
Yeah, yeah, for
So
sure. That it's just been a really fun time getting
yeah,
to watch West Fargo and North, and just kind of that rivalry that they've got. And so yeah,
yeah.
talk about playing just
Yeah,
individual
I
games.
mean, the last 2 years they had Jeremiah, and then they would just beat us all the time. So like this time we're getting that's the only chance to get them. So
Yeah, for sure.
yeah,
Well, thanks for taking a few minutes to join me. I appreciate your time, and congrats once again on the All-Star selection. We'll see you out there on the court.
all right. Thank you, Jesse. Have a good day.
Thank you. That's Bonfas Loria on yourliveevent.com.
Join us here from the Hatton-Northwood Thunder is Kennison Azure, part of the 2025 North Dakota Lions All-Star Basketball Series here in Kennison. For you, what does it just mean to get nominated to an All-Star game like this, your senior season in North Dakota?
It means a lot to me, after my injury last year. I set some goals to push me through the rehab process, and being a part of this game was one of them. So I just feel honored to be selected as one of the top 12 in girls division A and B is just an honor. So there's so many talented and deserving girls around our state. So super grateful and happy to be part of this year's team.
When you saw the AB roster, Kennison, is there anybody in particular that you're excited to have on, your team for a couple of practices and a couple of games coming up here?
I've actually never played with anyone of these girls or played against any of them. So I'm just super excited to play with all of them. And they're all very talented. And I know it'll be a great time. And I can't wait to see how we all play together. So
Take us through your basketball memory. What's one or two that just kind of jump off the page as a player, as a fan, whatever it might be here?
um, got a lot of them. So my favorite basketball memory would probably be beating Mayville this year in the third place region game. It was back and forth game, super fun the whole time, and it was just great to be a part of. But I'd also say my senior season as a whole was one of the best seasons out of my six. So I couldn't have asked for a better way to go out of my high school career.
Making your way down to Concordia for collegiate hoops as well. Kennison, just take us through what made Concordia the right decision for you there in Moorhead, both from an academic side but also from an athletic side as well.
Just felt like home, and that's really what came down to it. The coaches did a great job recruiting me, and it was just home. That's where I felt like I would best fit, and I'm super excited for it.
As you kind of bridge yourself going from high school to college, the Lions All-Star Series is kind of a nice little stopgap or that area to transition yourself there through. So as a player here, Kennison, what are you just hoping to gain out of a couple practices and seeing some of the other players across the state who are going to play collegiately? It might be volleyball, track, or basketball. What are you hoping to gain from a basketball side here during the Lions All-Star Series?
Just a better knowledge of the game. You always can learn more from other people. So just learning a different perspective from other people, learning from two different coaches I've never played against or anything. So just learning more about the game and how to become a better athlete, I guess.
Mention coaches. How about your own coach? What's something that you've kind of taken with you on and off the court from him, and just kind of what do you hope to take with you once you get to college?
Obviously, I've learned a lot of skills from him, but I think the part that sticks out the most is the way he's prepared me for my future. He's taught me the importance of being a good teammate, what it takes to accomplish a common goal, and just how to be a better individual outside of sports, and then also leadership skills, accountability, discipline, all those types of things. And then all of my coaches have just helped me so much, lead me in the right direction, and I can't thank them enough for everything they've done for me. So
When it comes to the actual part of the game of basketball, but more importantly, if you could talk to your 14-year-old self or someone who's, chomping at the bit to play varsity or have a chance to, play collegiately here, kind of center in an all-star game like this, what would be some words of advice that you'd like to pass down to the next generation coming up?
My advice for future players would be to enjoy the little things and never take the game for granted. A lot of kids I feel like wish away their practices, but those are the times when you create your best memories. So you never know what can happen in sports. So treat every game and practice like it's your last. And then also I would say work hard. If you want to become better, you have to put in the additional effort outside of practices. Nothing's going to be just given to you. You have to go out there and earn it, whatever that may be. So that'd be my two biggest things.
Two more questions for you. And for anybody that's been injured, whether it's a small injury or a long-term injury, it's always tough to go through that, particularly in high school, Kennison. So similar question, but from the injury standpoint, whether it's a torn MCL, ACL, whether it's a broken ankle, or just maybe a sprained wrist, when you have to miss time, just take us through if someone's just going through that and their first time doing it as a high school kid, what will be some words that you like to pass down for someone that maybe is going through an injury? And obviously that can be a tough time because you're not practicing, you're not with your teammates, all of that type of stuff.
Mhm. Just stick to the plan. Listen to your coaches, your athletic trainers, all those people. They know what's going to be best for you. Try and stay involved too. This is a good time for you to learn from the sidelines, learn the different angles and stuff. That's what really helped me during my injury. So it's just a time to learn and become a better athlete. You got to come back better than you were before. So just stick the course and it'll all work out in the end.
Superstitious, were you as a player or your team, did you have to do anything before it got to game day, or was it let's just, get to warm-ups in the opening tip?
Really just get to warm-ups. I mean, nothing really that special. I'll say a lot of our pregame music was Rihanna this year. I don't know why it was her, but that's just what we did, and it must have worked because we had a pretty successful season. So
Final thing for me, Kennison, just favorite class. What was one thing you really learned or enjoyed learning about in high school?
I get a lot of crap for this, but personally, I think that sciences are the best, like chemistry and physics. So that's what I enjoyed most.
Hey, Kennison, congratulations again on making it to the Lions All-Star Basketball Series, and best of luck over at Concordia coming up in the fall.
Thank you.
Join us here from the Kindred Vikings is Presley Peraza, part of the 2025 North Dakota Lions All-Star Basketball Series. For you, Presley, just what does it mean to make an All-Star game like this in North Dakota your senior year?
It definitely means a lot. It's a great opportunity to play with some of the best guys in the state right now, and it's another opportunity to represent Kindred, and it's kind of my last hurrah as a Viking. So,
And to have a fellow Viking with you as well with Carson OC, just what does that mean to share the stage one more time with a fellow teammate?
yeah, I've been playing with OC for my entire life, and to have one more go at it, it'll be fun, and mix along with the other guys on the Class B, Class A team. It'll be a lot of fun.
When you saw the roster, Presley, was there someone in particular that you're like, finally, I don't have to guard you, or I'm glad that you're, on my team for a change? Anybody kind of, come up, stand off the page for you?
Well, Caden England, we played Phenom together, and it's always been fun playing with him in the summer and spring. And then come school ball, we'd always have a good rivalry going, and he plays hard. It's gonna be fun to have him on our team again, and he's a good buddy of mine, so it should be a lot of fun with him.
When it comes just to basketball itself, what's a memory or two that kind of stands up, whether it's with Kindred, whether it's travel ball, maybe you going to a game or two as a fan? What's one or two that really, jump off the page?
I think for me, one of the biggest just moments that was really a lot of fun was the state tournament against Thompson when I dove like two times in the same possession, and my half my skin was on the floor, and I got up and I was bleeding a bit, but I didn't even get the ball, and the entire Kindred section was just screaming their heads off, and that really gave me the energy to keep going, and it was a good moment to know that like I'm playing for all those guys up there.
And the pool party afterwards, I know I asked Carson this. Did you ever ask Brad what actually happened to that suit afterwards? Is he still wearing it? Is it out of commission? Did you ever get the full report, Presley?
Uh, I don't know for sure, but I think he said he had to retire it, but I'm not too sure about it. So
I think we're just gonna stick with it's retired.
When we go from there, you mentioned just kind of putting the bow on your high school career with Kindred. Just take us through what's coming up next in August and the fall, just kind of your future plans moving forward here, Presley.
Yeah, so in the fall, I'll be going to Colorado Christian University, starting the basketball season there. And then throughout the season, how it goes will hopefully goes to late March. And once season's over with basketball, I'll be going with track and be keep competing in the jumps there.
And then just take us through what do you plan on studying once you get out to Colorado Christian?
I'm gonna study strategic communications.
For those that are 15, 14 years old that are knocking on the door or want to play at the varsity level or have a chance like you, Presley, to play in an all-star game like this or continue and play on collegiately, what would be some words of advice you'd like to pass down for the next group that's coming up?
Definitely just trust the process and have faith because sometimes things are going to get flipped on their head and you're not going to really know what to do. But you always got to have faith and trust God because he knows what he's doing. We always don't know, but it'll all work out in the end. There's going to be some rough times, but it'll all work out.
For you, was there any superstitions, whether it's with track, whether it was with basketball, anything that you had to do beforehand? Presley, I know you and I have kind of talked about this before, but there might be some other folks who haven't maybe listened to an interview with you. I know a moment of prayer was awfully big when it came to basketball, but anything outside of that kind of come to mind for you?
I never really had anything too big like lucky socks or a lucky a pair of underwear, nothing like that. I know some guys got those, but not me. I all I would really do is read my Bible before the game and pray. And same with track, I would read my Bible and pray before I jump, and that's always what it was.
How did track and field help basketball, and how did basketball help track and field? From a dual sport athlete.
Well, when it comes to track, it's really focused on athleticism, and that athleticism obviously translate towards basketball. And I think what helped me the most from track to basketball was just the training of track was purely like plyometrics and lifting and explosive stuff. And that obviously helped me, jump higher, get better on defense, get stronger that way. And then from basketball to track, I think the biggest thing was the mindset because, basketball, it's a grind every single day and there's a lot of ups and downs. And I think basketball has really taught me the work ethic from a young age. And yeah, with track, it was kind of my second thing. I didn't start until eighth grade. I started basketball since first grade. So I think my mindset really started from basketball.
From a basketball skill set only, are we talking conditioning? We talking running? I know under Brad Whale, it's defense or you're not getting on the floor. What would be a skill set that someone should learn early to help their basketball career at any particular level when you're just getting into it here, Presley?
I think one of the biggest things is just the fundamentals. Everyone preaches the fundamentals, but it's really a big thing. You can't shoot like Steph Curry if your shot form's horrible. But it's the little things like that. Ball handling, getting the ball on a string, and doing all those things before you do the crazy stuff that everyone sees highlights of. Even like Steph Curry, he started from the fundamentals, and everyone starts from the beginning. So you gotta start with the little things first.
Final thing for me, Presley, when it comes just to, putting the bow on your Kindred high school career, as much as you want to enjoy it and definitely make some memories here for the Lions All-Star Basketball Series, what do you hope to gain from it, knowing that you're going to play collegiately at the next level and you're seeing some of the best competition across the state? So what do you hope to gain kind of in like a mini camp almost, if you will, that gets you ready for what college is going to bring?
Well, like you said, it's kind of the best competition in the state. And I think it'll be a lot of fun with the practices that goes into it. I'm not really too sure what they might entail, but I hope they're not just shoot around and lazy and all these little things. But I think it definitely is a great opportunity to get better. And then when it comes game time, I'll be playing, my old teammates, Parker Falcon, Drew Kemple, some of those guys, and just playing them in game. It'll be fun and it'll be a good challenge because it's good competition and you can always get better playing there.
Hey, Presley, as always, thanks so much for your time and best of luck moving forward as well collegiately in Colorado. And we'll see you in the Lions All-Star Basketball Series.
Thank you.
Here we are with another Lions basketball all-star player profile interview. I've got Payton Bergeron with me from Grand Forks Red River. And Payton, thank you for joining me here, and congrats on your selection to the Lions all-star team.
Thank you.
First off, take me through your season for Grand Forks this year and the ups and downs of it, and making it to state eventually. So take me through the grind of the season.
Yeah, I mean, I think we knew we would have to come back and work like hard to get to state and like where we wanted to go. And I think every day we just came, practiced, and got better. And then throughout the season, we just kept improving. And then we made it to state, which is where we wanted to be. So that was good.
For sure. And what were some of just your favorite moments, favorite basketball memories over the years, whether it's the bus rides or hanging out with your friends, whatever it is? So, favorite basketball memories.
Yeah, I'd say probably making it to state was obviously really fun every year. Just like getting to be in the hotel rooms with your teammates and like hanging out with them. And then, like, obviously the feeling of state, like being there, like the last team left felt really good.
Yeah, take me through just what is the environment like at State for those that haven't attended before? What's the environment, just the buzz around the atmosphere of it?
Yeah, so it's really exciting. And it can be like stressful, but I feel like it's just fun to have, like, your season's about to end, so you really just play with everything you have. Like, there's nothing left to lose, so you just put it all on the floor. And yeah, it's just exciting to be around everybody, and everybody that's still left playing is like the best team. So it's fun to compete at like that higher level. And yeah.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, you had a successful career, of course, throughout high school, making state, of course, like you were saying. What is some advice that you would give to whether it's your teammates that are continuing on at Grand Forks or just younger basketball players in general? Some advice from a seasoned vet.
Yeah, I'd say just have fun is the most important thing because if you're not having fun, I feel like it's not worth it. So just like play every game like it's your last because it goes really fast and then have fun while you do it.
Yeah, definitely. And do you have any plans for this fall, whether it's continuing on with college or basketball, whatever the case is? What do you have plans for the fall?
I'm going to UND. I think I'm gonna go for something like medical, but I don't know exactly what I want to do yet. But I know UND.
Sounds good. And some just lessons overall from basketball that you learned, whether it was from coaches or mentors that you've had throughout the game. What did basketball teach you about life? What did basketball teach you just on court lessons too? What are some lessons that you learned?
Yeah, I think just like you're always gonna have like challenging moments and like some games aren't gonna go how you planned or like things aren't always gonna go your way, but just keep like playing and practicing and I think in the end it will like all pay off and it will be worth it.
Yeah, absolutely. Uh, Looking forward to Lions All-Star basketball here coming up in July. Is there anything you're looking forward to most, whether it's getting to play with some former rivals or just the atmosphere of the All-Star, being around the good players? So, what's something you're looking forward to for this summer?
Yeah, I think I'm excited to like meet everybody and get to play with them. It's like the best, really good players, obviously, and just like getting to get to know them and be around them and play with them. That should be really fun.
Is there any teammates specifically that you're looking forward to meeting, or the western side of the state, or is it just looking forward to being around everyone?
I mean, me and Lauren Reardon played together like when we were really young. We played on the same basketball teams like growing up. So I think that should be fun to get to play with her again and just like kind of end it how like where I started.
Yeah, for sure. And what does it just mean, summing up, getting selected for this after a successful few years in high school, now getting to cap it off with one last dance here?
Yeah, it definitely feels good because I feel like people like obviously see the work that I've put in and it's been like it paid off and it feels good to like be recognized for that. So I'm excited.
Yeah. What's something that you're gonna miss most about just being around the game of basketball every day?
Definitely the people and like my teammates and my coaches, they always want the best for me, and it's so fun to like have the same team and like all want the same goal, work for the same thing, and I'm gonna miss like getting to practice with them every day and like see them.
Yeah, for sure. Well, we're gonna get to see you on the court in another couple of days coming up this summer, so we're looking forward to it. Thanks for joining me and just telling a little bit about yourself.
Thank you.
That's Payton Bergeron from Grand Forks Red River on the Your Live Event All-Star Basketball Show. I'm here with Sydney Aberle from Minot as she's joining us here this morning for an all-star interview for Lions basketball. And Sydney, thanks for taking a few minutes.
For sure.
So start by just taking us through maybe some of your favorite high school or just basketball memories in general with your time at Minot.
And I just enjoy it all the time with my friends, and like my teammates are my best friends. Like I still talk to them on, on the off season. It's just like so fun to hang out with them. Like my favorite memory was probably when we went on our trip to Indiana and then we went to Wisconsin Dells. But yeah, I just love our team so much and I just love hanging out with the girls. So really just like the memories with the girls are the best part.
Yeah. And then a run to state last year, third place for state. And how did that run feel? How did the season overall just flow for you guys?
Well, obviously, that's never the way anybody wants to end third place, especially when you're voted one all year round, which wasn't our focus. But especially losing Fricky and Lamori, like I think any team that would lose their top two studs would not place that high. So for us to just like persevere and even just like get to the state tournament and perform as well as we did with two of our top scorers out is just really impressive. And I'm still proud of our girls, no matter how we would have placed.
Hmm. What's something that the game of basketball has maybe taught you over the years?
Just like how to deal with adversity. Like since like two of our girls did um get ACL injuries, like all as a team still had to find a way to overcome that adversity, and like that's just like in life in general, like it's not going to come easy. So it's just I always have to find a way how to get around it.
And it's a pretty young team for mine, not a whole lot of seniors this
Mm-mm.
season. So how did you see some positives come from just some of the younger players that maybe had to fill some roles?
Yeah, definitely. Our younger girls always step up when they need to, just like Kinley, she was only a sophomore, and Everett DeShaw, she's a freshman, and even our eighth grader Cece, she came in when we needed her. So it's really impressive to watch those younger girls come up and not just in a role, but do really well in their roles.
Mhm. What's some advice that you would maybe try to pass down to those players that are still on that Minot team?
Just enjoy all of it because it really does come quick. But yeah, just like enjoy all, work as hard as you can, just do everything you can to do your best because when it's over, you're gonna wish you put in more than you even thought you had.
Hmm. And looking forward to Lions All-Star basketball now. There's been a decent sized break between state and now this. So what are you looking forward to most about getting back on the basketball court?
So my best friend Zoe plays for Century, so I'm really excited to be able to play with her and then just meet some new girls and just be able to play one last game. But yeah, I'm super excited to play it.
How do you think your style of basketball, style of game, just talk about that in general, and then how does it apply to all-star format, you think?
Well, obviously, I'm not the top scorer, but I do a lot of the hustle plays, so I think that will like be really helpful. Like get the rebounds, doing the assists, getting the balls that are maybe going to go out of bounds that maybe not everyone would go for. Just doing all the little things that isn't a stat, but is really helpful.
Yeah. Going back to the high school team, were there any fun traditions that you guys had, whether it was pregame, postgame, or in between?
Not really, no. We kind of just did the same thing. Go down at half, get ready, get up, go talk with our coach, and then play.
Yeah, for sure. Uh, any future plans coming up for this fall?
I'm going to UND just to go to school. I'm not playing any sports, so yeah, I'm majoring in communication sciences, so that's speech path, and then yeah,
Very
that's
cool.
about it.
Yeah. And what made UND you think the choice for you for that path?
Well, I know we have a really good program in Minot, but I just needed a change to get out of Minot. So it was not too far, but not super close. So that's how I kind of made my decision.
Perfect. And then what are you looking forward to most about this all-star opportunity, whether it's learning from some different coaches or just meeting some new players? What are you looking forward to most?
Definitely learning from new coaches for sure, and then yeah, just being able to play with different girls that obviously I've never played with, and playing with girls that have gotten selected for this team, which is obviously really cool. And you guys be good to get to make the team. So just being able to play with all these seniors and just having one last game with everybody.
Yeah. And what does it mean to be selected just in the company of these other talented players?
I was honestly really shocked. I didn't expect it at all, to be honest. But it's really cool, and it's not something every senior gets the opportunity to do. So it's just one of those things where you just make the best of it.
Yeah. Well, we're looking forward to seeing you back out on the court one last time here this summer. So thanks for joining us and best of luck.
Thank you so much. Have a good day.
Thank you. That's Sydney Aberle from Minot joining us here for Lions All-Star Basketball.